Hello everyone, welcome to this BioIT World webinar on next generation R&D virtualization strategies brought to you by Oracle. My name is Kevin Davis, the Editor-in-Chief of BioIT World. We're delighted that you could join us. In just a minute or two, I'll introduce our two special guest speakers for this webinar, Kate Moss from PricewaterhouseCoopers in the UK and Chris Dagdigian from the Bio team. First, let me just set the stage for what we're going to be discussing in the next hour or so. The pharmaceutical industry is facing fundamental challenges. Drug approvals are stagnant, blockbuster patents are expiring, and while the pipelines are fairly full, the quality and safety of what is coming out of those pipelines is certainly open to question. Traditionally, pharma R&D was performed within the walls of a single company, but since most experts agree that innovation is more likely to emerge from smaller, nimbler organizations, it behooves pharma to investigate more of a multi-hub, integrated, and networked organizational structure that can foster innovation not only from inside, but also from various scientific and licensed partners, academic centers, and even CROs. Rather than confining creativity, the new model showcases an exciting kinetic network of skill centers together with a global network of clinical development sites. In today's webinar, then, we hope you're going to take away an understanding of some progressive ways to reshape a life science organization's R&D processes. That'll be what Kate will primarily talk about in the first half of today's webinar, as well as an appreciation of how IT, information technology, is a huge enabler to the virtualization of R&D, and that will be Chris's subject in the second half of the program. So, as I said, we have two fantastic speakers. In about 20 or 25 minutes, I'll introduce Chris Dagdigian of the Life Sciences IT consultancy, the Bio team. But first, it's my great pleasure to welcome all the way from the UK, Kate Moss, who is Director of European Pharmaceutical and Life Sciences Advisory Services for PricewaterhouseCoopers, or PwC. Kate began her career as a sales rep, moved into clinical development and program management within pharma, biotech, CROs, and some virtual companies. In 2000, she moved into consulting, and she's now a director at PwC, leading the European R&D practice. She works with pharma clients on managing change and general R&D performance improvement, and has been closely involved with the recent Pharma 2020 publications from PwC, and you're going to hear about that now. Kate, it's great to have you with us. Thanks for being there.
Thank you very much, Kevin. So hello everybody. I'm going to take you through the Pharma 2020 Virtual R&D paper. This is the second paper in our series. We've done a number of other papers subsequently looking at commercial and sales, as well as some of the new business models, some of the tax implications as well. But this really drives the R&D paper. We felt really was one of the drivers for the change that the industry has to look at. So if we move to the agenda, I'm going to take you through some background on the dynamics and the environment and the key challenges for the pharmaceutical industry that we see today and what's happening for 2020. Then we're going to start looking at innovation. We're going to see what we need to know about ourselves. Also expediting development, so how is development going to change? And then a bit of a theme around collaboration and what that's going to mean to bring treatments to the market. And then we're going to finish with the imperatives for change. So many of you are very aware that the environment is difficult at the moment for the pharmaceutical industry, and there are a number of changing priorities. There are increasing costs of clinical trials. There's very high regulatory hurdles. We all know about the patent expiries, and I'll show you some data on those later. There's declining R&D productivity.